when you watch this clip, you're going to see a thin, handsome guy on stage. This is a guy that I met in prison. I taught him how to do copywriting. I taught him the basics of how to manifest goals, dreams, and desires by teaching him the basics of your wish is your command. He then went off, left prison, and in just less than 2 years, made millions of dollars.
This is the Kevin Trudeau Show.
I am exposing the corruption in government and in major multinational corporations. We're telling you the things that they don't want you to know that will make your life better.
By the way, I just got back from a weekend event for the Global Information Network called Dream Weekend. If you were not there in person or virtually, you missed out on a life-changing event. In 1979, after years of being trained in the Brotherhood, I just didn't have motivation. I loved the training. I was passionate about the training, but I wasn't really applying it. I didn't have goals and dreams. I wasn't trying to manifest anything. I was just really a professional student. And my uncle said, you need to go to a weekend event. There's a guy there by the name of Dexter who's going to be speaking. It's called Dream Weekend. It was 1979 in Massachusetts. And I went there. And I heard this guy speak. I heard another guy speak named Bill Britt. Heard another guy named Bob Harrington, the chaplain of Bourbon Street. Heard another guy named Rick Sexer. Heard another guy named Tom Paine. Bob Harrington and I became friends. We traveled the country together in a car speaking. Rick Setzer became a friend. I was in his Rolls Royce, I remember, after a meeting down in South Carolina. And he says, you want to get some Krispy Kreme donuts? 2 o'clock in the morning. I remember Rick. Rick was a spectacular, wonderful man. Bill Britt, who's passed away. I learned a lot from Bill. And Dexter, I became very good friends with him, went down to his home, worked with his children. He invited me to speak at some of his big events 10 years later. But it was in 1979 that I went to an event called Dream Weekend, and it motivated and inspired me beyond compare. It made all the difference. It was the catalyst to my success. And we just had Dream Weekend for the Global Information Network. And I want to inspire and motivate each of you. So I'm going to show you a clip of Dream Weekend, and this will motivate and inspire you just in a few minutes as you watch this clip. And imagine if you're there. And when you watch this clip, you're going to see a thin, handsome guy on stage. This is a guy that I met in prison. I taught him how to do copywriting. I taught him the basics of how to manifest goals, dreams, and desires by teaching him the basics of your wish is your command. He then went off, left prison, and in just less than 2 years, made millions of dollars. He has a company now doing over $100 million a year in business, dropping around 30% to the bottom line. They're poised to sell that business for around $500 million. Him and his partner. An amazing success story, but he's not the only one. There was another gal there named Tina. She worked for me as a file clerk back in the early 80s, part-time. She was an immigrant from South Africa. She observed me. She read some of the positive thinking books that I recommended to you. She read them. She applied the techniques. She observed me and followed a pattern of success and went on to make millions and millions of dollars, and then built a real estate empire. She's financially free. She's financially independent, worth millions and millions, starting from zero. These techniques work if you work them. And she was there. You're going to see her on this video as well. So take a watch of this video. Get motivated and inspired, because what others have done, you can do also. Let's play it.
Welcome to Dream Weekend, baby. This is the start for you. More people are going to look back and say, this was my weekend. This is where I made a decision. I can guarantee it.
Thank you, Kevin's mentors. Thank you, Kevin's uncle. Thank you, Brotherhood.
Get a dream, big dream. Unlimited possibilities. Unlimited possibilities. Because you have what it takes. You got what it takes.
When these guys cut the lemon, squeezed it, took a bite of it, smelled it, I open my eyes, I'm looking around. Did they get it? And I see their faces like this. I'm like, holy cow, it worked! They feel it! They can create their reality with their mind! And from that day forward, that prison was never the same.
You become what you think about most of the time.
Success is a progressive realization of a worthwhile dream. It starts with a dream.
It's an ongoing process, and it's just very freeing.
A journey to self-discovery. We want this for all of you as well.
I'm seeing me different. I feel everything different. And the world is so lovely.
Success is a decision away.
I know everything is perfect. Everything's magnificent. And everything is love.
It's been a journey to discover and find my true self.
I joined this club 14 years ago. And during that time, I was in a pretty rough spot. I was going through some things. And the reason I joined this club was because I listened to a CD set called Your Wish Is Your Command. And on this CD set, the person delivering the information helped me start to dream again. This person was such a master at communication and a master of this material, and was so full of love that these 14 CDs literally transformed my life and began me on this journey that brought me here.
Events, functions, weekend events are where decisions are made. And remember, success is a decision. The training gives you everything you need. The Success Mastery course, the Science of Personal Mastery course, that gives you all the data, all the information. That's the engine. The gas in the tank is the dream. I can't give you the dream. I can give you the training. I can give you the Ferrari. I can give you the engine with 1,000 horsepower. But you have to put the gas in the tank, and that's the dream. But you have to do something else. You have to start the engine. You have to drive the car. You have to push the accelerator down. That comes from making a decision. And decisions are made at major functions. The power of this is unprecedented, and the system of Jinn, outside of the Brotherhood or Skull and Bones or some of the other groups, which are, I mean, we're talking a handful of people have access to it. You've got everything you need in this club. Get your burn. Is it going to be you? You're going to positively impact other people. Succeed then.
And again, it's hard to explain in words, but it's like if you were climbing up a mountain, not realizing you were climbing up a mountain, and you had boulders on your back, and you had chains holding you back. And then all of a sudden you realize that those chains and those boulders were gone.
I am back. Isn't that exciting? I'll tell you what, for those of you who are there, you know what I'm talking about. If you were not there, you missed out on a great opportunity. I'm going to encourage you to go to globalinformationnetwork.com, sign up and become a member in our club. And I'll tell you why. This is the website on the screen. It's only $38.95 to become a member and $18.95 a month dues to be an associate member. You get the Success Mastery course at the associate level. You get Your Wish is Your Command. You get a whole host of other training. And then if you upgrade to level 1, you get a lot more benefits. But I'll tell you what you do get. When you become a member just for $38.95, you get to go to one of those events absolutely free. And the next event coming up is going to be Family Reunion here in Chicago at the beautiful Palmer House Hotel, world-class hotel. And you get a ticket to the entire event absolutely free. All you have to do is, if you want, buy a ticket to the banquet on Saturday night, which is a formal banquet. But the entire event, which is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. If Tony Robbins put on an event like that, he'd be charging you $15,000 for the weekend. You get a better event, a more impactful event, an event that's going to change your life, help manifest all your goals, dreams, and desires, absolutely free. All you have to do is become a member in our club. So go to globalinformationnetwork.com and you can become a member in the Global Information Network. It was a world-class event. All right, now I am going to give you some dates. So if you have a piece of paper, you may want to write these down because I have some dates of things coming up that you might want to consider. You know your situation better than me. Whatever you want to do is 100% okay with me. I know this stuff. I do this, and the reason I'm doing the show is for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's to help you. It's improve the quality of your life and improve your standard of living, to help you attain enlightenment and spiritual freedom and liberation, and to help you manifest any and all goals, dreams, and desires that you have. That's why I'm doing this. And I'm not doing it to make money because I don't make a penny. As you know, any income that comes into the fan club or any income I get from the Global Information Network or any income I get from any business, 100% of that money goes to the Federal Trade Commission to pay off the outstanding debt and to pay my lawyers. I am not allowed to keep anything beyond $3,750 per month. That's what I am allowed to live on. I don't make a penny more than that. That's what I am allowed under the law right now that I agreed to live on. So think about that. I don't have to be here. I'm doing this for you. And the reason I'm doing this is once these things are paid off, then I'm going to be doing more for you than you could ever imagine. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and share this with everyone you know. I'm Kevin Trudeau. Looking forward to seeing you Wednesday, 1 o'clock, Chicago time.